A smiling pervert who performed an act on himself while staring at a mother and her 6-year-old son has been spared jail. Today it emerged Paul Rice's girlfriend was standing by him as they embraced as he walked away from court. Liverpool Crown Court had earlier heard how the stunned mum had been forced to cover her son's eyes as the 35-year-old stood pleasuring himself in his bedroom window while they walked past. It was told how Rice was looking straight at the woman and child while he played with himself. The unnamed mother reported the March 1 incident to police, and while officers were investigating he was seen doing the same thing again, this time by another woman, the Liverpool Echo reports. The court heard an angry crowd gathered outside Rice's former home in the Walton district when he did exactly the same thing on May 21 when he was on police bail. Police checks revealed he had been jailed for exposing himself in 2013 and in 2005, the court heard. Rice, now of Marins Lane in Wallasey, initially denied the new offences but pleaded guilty to exposure on the day of his trial at Liverpool Crown Court. Liverpool Crown Court heard had committed similar offences before. Image Liverpool Echo. He was today handed 10 months in prison, suspended for 2 years, after a judge heard he had already served 6 months on remand in jail, equivalent to the maximum 12 months prison term available in the sentencing guidelines. The suspended sentence order also included 35 rehabilitation activity days with probation service, and he must sign on offenders register for 10 years. Ken Grant, prosecuting, told the court the first victim noticed Rice in the upstairs front window of his house as she walked her son home from school, at around 3:20 p.m. Mr. Grant said he was wearing a blue hooded jacket with the hood up, and he had his trousers pulled down. He was masturbating while looking straight ahead at her and her son. The little boy asked Mum, "What is he doing?" She had to cover her son's eyes and walk away from the location quickly. Police were called and Rice claimed the allegations were false, suggesting that people in the area knew about his previous convictions and were making it up. But while investigations continued, another woman, who was walking in the area, was looking towards Sleepers Green and spotted Rice with his naked groin exposed in his bedroom window. Mr. Grant said she said there were children aged between 4 and 12 in the area, as well as adults. She screamed and saw him step away, and the blinds were slowly closed. The police were called, and it appears it was in fact his girlfriend who called police as a small group of people had gathered outside the defendant's house. Rice was arrested and again denied the offences, complaining that the crowd had been calling him a nonce. He was denied bail. Colin Buckle, defending, said his client described being unable to admit it to myself but now accepted he had a problem. The court heard his partner, who listened from the public gallery, had not known of Rice's previous convictions until his arrest. He said he has for the last 2 years been living with a stable partner. She has a stable family. Her father is a well-known businessman in the area, and they in fact attended the last court hearing to find out why their prospective son-in-law was in court. Her decision, with her family, is to support him although he has a problem. Judge Alan Conrad, QC, passing sentence, said what you have been doing is disgusting and upsetting to people, particularly in regard to young women whether on their own or out with small children. It seems to me for some time you have been getting a kick out of masturbating in front of people. If you carry on you will keep going back into custody and wasting your life. When Rice was released from the cells, his partner hugged him and the pair left the court building, in Derby Square, holding hands.